I'm Martin Acosta. I'm from Argentina. I'm part of the Geut team developer. We are a company located also in Argentina. We were working mostly for the last 5 years in building decentralized applications. 1 second, I'm going to.
You can also mute us while we listen.
So during these last years, our work was based on top of some decentralized tools that probably a lot of you guys know, like Hypercore, Hyperswarm, different modules that we use to build this kind of hobby peer-to-peer applications mostly and demos. But over the last years, we were thinking about what happens if we can build something that is real, something that can be useful for everyone, something that can be attractive for any kind of users, not only who knows about peer-to-peer, but also people that want to can use these technologies without knowing about what is happening internally, right? Things like what is happening right now in WebTorrent, for example. There's a lot of people that use peer-to-peer to share music, to share movies, and they didn't even know what is WebTorrent actually, right? So, based on this premise, we built Sher, and Sher in short, as a short description, very brief description, it's a web platform application that allows you to stream audio, decentralized audio, and so that's pretty much what it does. But I want to separate different. I want to specify every part of what I was saying. So it's a web platform. First of all, that's important because most of the projects around the world related with decentralized applications, it's mostly native applications, and makes sense because building something for the web is not easier. So, but we try to take the challenge, and our first idea was we want to do something for the web, no installation, easier to get access, free access, and that's it. You should get the peer-to-peer technologies in just any browser. And the second part is the decentralized. That's probably what you already know, how it works. We built a core to decentralize what we are streaming, and that is the audio. And so, I don't know if you want to know more about the tech stack, or I can show you a little bit about the application.
Application would be nice.
Yeah, application sounds good. Maybe you can show that first, and then we can ask questions based on what we see.
Nice. So,
you can take also the other microphone.
Okay.
Is it charging?
Yes, now it is.
So the application is very straightforward. It's you start by seeing a dashboard with public events, public shows. You can see some shows are live right now, and other ones are coming up. And so what you're seeing here is all public shows that was created in our platform. For example, one of the most popular shows that we have over this month was Panther. music or love the reader. This is a very nice show where we have Lucas Marti that he show us music that we usually don't know that they exist because probably Spotify is not going to show you, and so that's the idea. And this is what you will see if you are trying to listen a show. And I think an important thing here is the support the show. This is the only way that we have right now to support our streamers, and we don't take any money from there. It's just a link to a specific platform to put to send money to the creators. And if you are an operator, what we call operator or creator, you can to do that. You need to create your own show. That's by doing create show, and you will see that we just the first thing that you need to allow is to use the microphone if you want to talk in your show, of course. So let's allow that. And here is the dashboard of the operator. There is a lot of things here, but it's very easier to understand what's going on. You have two different modes. That's the air mode and the stage mode. And what you are seeing here it's a track, an input track in this case. That's basically my microphone, where you can see what is my microphone and where you can control the volume here. And if you move it to the stage, that means that it's not going to be live, that track. And if you put it in air, it's going to be live. And you can create multiple tracks. You can create 5 tracks. You can share the audio of your desktop. You can create all other input tracks. If you have a console, for example, where you want to put maybe a guitar input, you can do it. Wow. So basically, you can create your own studio here for streaming. And also a nice thing is that you can also have other streamers as a track. Mm-hmm. So if you create, you can set a streamer as a track, and it's going to generate a link that you can share with other co-hosts. Send that link, and it's going to appear here as a new track with the new co-host. You can see it.
Wow.
I'll show you.
So the next band.
That called. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh. Can we ask a little question?
Yes.
Hey, what's the call? It's like when you send the audio data to URL, right? If remember, there was like, can I like send it from OBS to the streamer link?
That's a very good question. For now, there is no way to do that. Sorry, one second. Because I'm using myself. So for now, it's not possible that.
Okay.
Because in order to send from OBS to your browser, you need some kind of daemon application, something native, or server that can interact with your browser. And we don't do that.
Okay, that makes sense. Next question.
Hey, I'm Janis. I don't mean to derail this. There is a way to expose OBS as a browser native microphone. So it basically appears just as another microphone to the browser.
Oh.
But we can look it up later.
That's a good way to use OBS, yes. Yes, you can create virtual audio devices, and in that case, it's just to use the input track here and specify the device that you want to share.
Nice.
that's going to be the beautiful one that you generate from OBS.
I also have a question. So you said that you can add an input like your guitar. Does that mean that you could technically form a decentralized band? Like people could tune in from different locations? Yeah.
Yeah, that could be nice to build a sham application.
Yeah.
But the problem with sham is that it never works well. I used a lot of that kind of applications before, and it's very complicated to synchronize the inputs.
Uh-huh.
And Sher was not built specific for that. But what you can do is to have everything locally, and that's going to work better.
Oh, I see. Cool.
If you connect your guitar to your computer, you can add it too. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I see. Thanks.
So after you build, you specify what are going to be your input track, your everything that you want to have live. You can just start your show by clicking microphone, start broadcasting, and now we are live. And it's going to generate this URL that you can see. Let me share. This is what we are listening now, my own show. I just mute the microphone because I don't want to listen to myself. But you can see that. Let me show you. Probably it's going to start generating the let's see. Hello. Yes, it's generating. You can see that the audio is being streaming. So yeah, that's pretty much the part of the streaming. You can see if you want, you can see how many listeners you have. It's not visible by when you start, because we try to not think about how many people is listening to you. We notice that a lot of people pay more attention on the audience instead of making a good show. So that's optional. And you have a chat.
Could we open this link?
Well, in this case, since I'm the same person, it's going to be generated in the same place. but if not, you're still...
Could you share the link on Discord, so maybe then we can even try to join from our browser?
Yes, of course.
I think there's even a chat room in the stage, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I send you in
general, so others can.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So maybe somebody from because if you do it, Alex, it might be echo.
Oh, I see.
So maybe Yanis or somebody can join from.
Oh yeah, and we will see it on the screen. Yes.
Logged in.
Uh-huh. Let me try then.
It says that it's 2 listeners already, so somebody is in.
I will see.
Who is in?
Tinchoz.
I think I will join.
Tomato ghoul, wow.
It's you?
You can see that I'm creating a new track here.
For me, it's looking for fans, and now it says fans are ready.
Okay, so we have another track even? Okay.
I love how this makes parody.
So you're going to start this music now.
Some pirating is called. Excuse me.
No, what is amazing for people who maybe are not so familiar with peer-to-peer, that usually this kind of applications would send the data to some server, and then other people from elsewhere would get it from that server. And this would cost a lot. That's why these applications are not free, but they are using the peer-to-peer technology, which means that whoever of us opens the browser can connect to him directly. So no servers, nothing. It goes directly peer-to-peer. So it's for free, basically. That's why they can also offer this for free, because they don't have any server costs for that.
Sweet, I like it.
That's pretty much. Can you hear the music?
Can you try, Miguel, if you can hear?
But
Oh yeah, we can hear. Not bad.
Nice.
Perfect.
So you can make your radio.
So now we're using hypercore.
I'm going to stop the music now
because we don't want to pirate now.
I will go.
That's really cool.
How quickly does it stop?
Okay, so that's pretty much the Sher streaming side. As you mentioned before, it's something that we already know that there is a lot of platforms doing streaming. We have YouTube, Twitch, like two the most important play. Well, if they want, they could do as peer-to-peer streaming. The technology is pretty solid right now to do something like that. But the thing is, they don't. It's not a good business for them, because by centralizing the content, you can actually listen every data, every audio, every video that someone sent to this platform, and they can do money with that. So they get money from the audio, and they get money by checking the content of the streamers. That's for them, but probably less money for the creators. The problem with that also is that the data is not encrypted. I think that's also important. The show that we were listening was end-to-end encrypted and end-to-end decentralized. There is like, if you want to maintain private the show, you can do it, and there is no way that we can know what's going on in that show. It's just private. We cannot listen. We cannot check the content. We cannot put something in the middle, like in the middle of every trying to understand what you are sharing or something like that. We cannot for you. It's your personal audio. It's up to you. But if you want to be public, create a public show, you can do it, and you can do it by going to the edition of the show, where you can change the title, for example. And there is a place here, publish, where you can generate a friendly name for your show, and that's going to appear in the dashboard, in the home page. In that moment, you start being public. That's where, if we want, we can listen to you. because, of course, it's public. But initially, we prefer that you have give you a way to start your show private and maybe let one do public. It's like the opposite of other platforms allows you.
Can I ask one thing? Just to see if I understand correctly. So if I start a show that is kind of private and I share the link with people, that means that those people who have the link, they can listen. But if I make a show public, that means that it registers it somewhere or stores it somewhere on your database and you can show it to other people on the landing page? Okay.
Yes, in the moment where you do it public, that's where we have that's where we start having our centralized server with a database where you can, it's like an index thing where you are going to find the show. That's pretty much the dashboard, the home page of Sher.
Because yesterday we had some app that is for writers, decent reads, and they also you can create your poem, but they don't have this option that you can kind of publish it to any centralized server. So the only way to discover it is through the links, but you allow basically both options. I see.
Yes, that's it. We allow the two options because we think that some people want to get their show public, and it makes sense. There is a lot of people that, well, to be honest, doesn't care about the peer-to-peers. Pretty shy. They enjoy the platform to spend audio. It's easier. It's just a web. You need basic tools or understand, for example, OEF. That it's not easier at the beginning if you are not an expert or someone who already on this kind of streaming platforms. So we thought about those kind of people that want to start making their own show public across the world.
I have a very mean question. Have you already thought about moderation? Like moderating
We did it.
who's allowed to publish?
Yeah, we did it. The only thing that we did was we worked with a lawyer to build our legal terms and conditions, where it's basically saying that you're on the content, peer-to-peer. You are who is responsible to what you're sharing. And if you maintain the show private, you cannot do anything unless someone knows your public or private you are.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, this show is, I don't know, it's talking about bad things. Maybe. And well, in that case, we could have a way to moderate the show, but it's very tricky because if we try to shut down that show, you can just create a new one. Your private channel and keep talking.
Yeah, I think it's really hard, and it's really an unsolved problem, and it might go into the web of trust direction, like that somehow you have reputation, and if you don't, you might end up not being able to publish as the worst case. But yeah, I don't know of a solution either.
Yeah, it's very tricky. It's a tricky one. When you live, when you take freedom, sometimes they take that freedom for something bad. That's what I noticed.
Great. It sounds really.
I don't know. Question.
Yeah, I would be interested in, like, I mean, the platform is amazing. All the features are pretty cool. I know that not everything. Oh, you can't hear me.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, it works perfect. I know. Yeah, it's a pretty cool project. The features are pretty cool. I know that not all of it is open source, so maybe not everything can be reused. But I also know that some things are open source, and maybe some others might be open source in the future. Probably depends on the roadmap. Like, could you share a little bit about what will be happening in the future, and whether there will be maybe libraries that will be open source or are already, or also
what will happen.
Yeah, also maybe also an API, if there's a way to maybe in the future integrate Sher into other projects using Sher in some way.
Yes, yeah, it's true. Our project is not completely open source. Well, the reason is the same that we said in other talks. We spent a lot of money, mostly 2 years working on this, and we were trying to understand what could be the best business model, something that we can maintain Sher App as a nice free application, but at the same time get some money from that, and we can support. We can keep working on this because we really enjoy it, but we don't have any luck about that. So the only thing we did is during our development we strive. Well, as you said, we start releasing some of the modules open source because we anything that we thought that could be useful for others, we try to make it open source, and we did. Mostly all the modules are open source. As I'm saying in our talk, the only thing that is maintained private is the SDK, and that's basically every module connected in a nice way to work. And that's what we maintain private, and that's what we are trying to see if we can find a way to get something from that part. But in our roadmap, we thought about the idea of having a way to integrate in other applications, and that's why we created the SDK. The idea was you can have a library, you specify the show that you want to listen, and maybe you can have player in your own application, for example, and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we think about it. We create the SDK, think about that possible solution, and if maybe in a few months, if we don't get some investment in the project, so we are going to release everything to make it possible to everyone to build their own streaming platform and keep playing with this. That's going to be like the last thing that we are going to do if nothing works from the money side, right? So yeah, to answer that, yeah, the SDK will allow you to build your own shops, put it everywhere.
So then
also you can, with the SDK, you can create seeders, for example, very easily. Like building a daemon server, something that you can keep running somewhere and helping to streaming other shows, for example. That's good too.
So that's really interesting. I'm wondering regarding business models. What have you tried already? What are maybe plans? Yeah, and also, did you ever try to, like, for the tipping, to.
You guys.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I have to repeat. That's an interesting insight. I'm wondering regarding the business model. What have you tried already? What are plans? What you would maybe try in the next month?
The connection I think, is getting worse.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Maybe I can hear about well.
Yeah. Can you? Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Shutting down.
Shutting down. Interesting.
Houston, we have a problem.
It should be working, but it's maybe not. Oh no. Can you try?
Sometimes it's like very clean the audio and then stop.
Oh, I see. But is it at the moment? Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let me try again. So first of all, thanks. This is great insights. One question that I wonder is what business model or what have you tried so far? What are you planning to try maybe in the next month? And also, you shared the button where people can go to an external page to maybe tip artists. But have you also, depending on, do you want to integrate something like this directly into Sher? And what are maybe the problems, if there are any? And also, have you tried maybe experimenting with Web3 or crypto payments as one alternative? Maybe there are some artists that would be interested in trying that route.
Our business model initially was to think about a way to not charge to the creators and not charge to the audience, and try to work on some way. We were trying to create a bridge between announcements and the creators. Something that you can, like, being a creator, you can choose if you want to publish advertising in your show, for example, and the advertising is going to pay you as creator, and we take money from that operation, like our business model, like being the bridge between these two players in this thing. But the idea of with the tips for the creator was just maintain it for now with in a specific link, something that you can add anything there. Yeah, in Argentina we have something that it's called Cafecito. It's a way to send tips using something that we use here for payments, called Mercado Pago. And for the local audience, that's the best option because cryptocurrency and other currencies at least in our region, it's very difficult to operate. We have a lot of limitations from the government. So the creators not always prefer to work with crypto here, at least. And since we start working with Latin America, with the Latin people, we try to focus on that. At least to provide a way to give you a way to produce, and maybe later think about a way to integrate payment platforms. But it takes a lot to do something like that.
Does anyone else have any questions? All right, then, thank you. Oh, there is one more question. I think there is a microphone somewhere.
Hey, just wondering, like, wonder if it's in your roadmap. Like, could I maybe embed one of your radio streams on a different site? Like, is that possible?
Could you hear?
Yes, the last part, like middle the.
Yeah, can I yeah, can I embed a show on my own website? Like if I'm a radio host, and I would like to have a copy of the radio show, so if they visit my page, they can directly just connect and start listening. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you put an expert into the player, that's going to work. It shouldn't work very well.
Okay. No, but that's okay.
For now, we didn't work on the picture to share in another way.
Okay.
The show on our sites, on our websites.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, then thank you very much for sharing some insights and showing us Sher.
So I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day. And very nice event. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.